Welcome back to SportsZone. This is your favorite segment, Thumbs, where we talk about the good, the bad, the ugly in the world of sports and the world at large. I'm going to start. I'm going to give a thumbs up to the AU women's basketball. They played UCLA a week or so in the NCAA tournament. They lost, but they had a great fight. I'm going to give a thumbs up, I guess. Me, Kristen, and one of our friends, we're going to the Knicks game tonight, so that's going to be really fun. We'll see if they win or lose, but it'll be fun to go to the Capital One Arena. Thumbs up that baseball's starting on Thursday, which is really exciting. Now that me, David, and Kristen don't have to ramble about spring training stuff and try to make things up. So this is going to be exciting. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, and here's Aaron.
Alrighty, so I'll also start off by throwing a thumbs up to the AU women's basketball team. Finally, one of our teams actually doing well. I watched some of the game. They played very well, kept it close for the first half, but UCLA pulling away in the second half. But still a great effort by the AU women's basketball team, and hopefully maybe the men's team can follow suit in the future in making the tournament. But regardless, thumbs up to them. And thumbs up to the Portland Trailblazers, who a lot of people, kind of wrote off, and then Damian Lillard just said no. And he's a guy who I think nobody really talks about when they talk about superstars in this league, but I mean, probably because he plays in Portland, but he's just done so well this year. He's so great to watch. So I'll throw a thumbs up to the Trailblazers and Damian Lillard. I'll also throw a thumbs up to Donovan Mitchell of the Utah Jazz, who is just a beast, and who, even though I like Frank Ntilikina, the Knicks should have drafted at 8th overall, because he is just an absolute beast. He's crazy. I'll throw a thumbs down to my favorite team, Manchester United. Over spring break, I went to the Manchester United-Sevilla match, and that did not end well because Manchester United were terrible. They played with no heart. Mourinho got the tactics wrong. Everything was awful. I kind of know how Vince feels now being an Arsenal fan, but maybe not quite as bad. But yeah, that was a bad performance by Man United. So yeah, I'll throw it over to Kristen.
All right, I'll give a thumbs up to the Knicks. I'm excited to go to the game tonight. I'll give a thumbs up to opening day. We are 4 days away from opening day. I'm going home later this week to go to the Mets game, so I'm excited about that. I'm going to give a thumbs down to Zach Wheeler. He really did not have a good spring at all. He didn't make the rotation. I kind of feel bad for him because I guess he's trying his best, but it's just not working out for him. It hasn't been working for the last few years for him. He's had some injuries he's never been able to really come back from. So I do feel bad for him, but thumbs down that he didn't have a great spring. I'll give a thumbs up to Steven Matz. I feel like his spot in the rotation is really hanging in the balance today, and it's all going to depend on how he pitches today, this afternoon. So I hope that he does well. I have confidence in him that he will do well and get a roster spot, so we'll have to see what happens. And that's all the thumbs that I have today. Here's Justin.
I think I'm rolling on this. It's okay. Okay, hi everybody. Thumbs up to the AU women's basketball team. They put up a good fight against UCLA, who was the top 9 team in the country. Tough break, but it was a pretty intense game. Thumbs up to them. They had a fantastic season. Thumbs up to the college basketball. It's been a wild tournament. UMBC, Loyola Chicago, Marshall, Syracuse. It's been a really fun, exciting tournament. A lot of terrible games with a lot of good upsets. So hopefully Loyola can make it to the championship game and play Duke, and then I could really hate Duke this year because I really hate Duke. Thumbs up to LeBron for just being a god with the basketball. That dunk on Portland like a week ago was crazy. I don't know how you do that at 33 years old, but I digress. And then thumbs up to baseball being back. That's always good. I hear the Yankees are supposed to be good this year, so I may tune in from time to time a little bit more. Maybe check that Gamecast a little more often. Maybe hear some Michael K. radio shows. Probably not. but we'll see. And then last thing, not sports related, but thumbs up to the Women's March, the March for Our Lives march yesterday in DC and around the country. It was really cool. Got to go with my dad and my brother. It's really intense. Speakers were fantastic. Everybody was great. It sounds like there's really going to be a lot of change. Just want to give a thumbs up to them for being brave enough to do that at 16, 17, 18. Years old, and even like a couple of 11 and 9-year-olds doing that, so that was really cool. So I'm gonna pass it over to Vince to close it out.
All right, I will start with sort of the same theme. I'll throw a thumbs up to AU's women's basketball team. They performed really well against UCLA in the first round over there in LA. I mean, usually in women's basketball, you'll see a lot of 14 seeds lose by like 45 points in the opening round. Our AU kept it close, only wound up losing by 11. Especially good considering their best player, Emily Kinniston, probably played one of her worst games of the season, which was unfortunate, but it was a really great showing for them, and hopefully that's something that they can build on, and maybe the women's basketball team can be a staple in the NCAA tournament. That would be pretty nice. I'll throw a thumbs up to Arsenal. They dispatched AC Milan, doing what Manchester United could not do, advanced past the round of 16 in Europe. They are in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. They are on the Manchester United train going for the Europa League, which Manchester United won a year ago. They drew CSKA Moscow. It's probably a difficult draw. Going to Russia at any point in the year is going to be tough. I'm not really optimistic, but it's a tie they certainly should feel like they can win. Arsenal also ended their woes at in the Premier League, finally winning. That was over spring break. They defeated Watford. That was nice. I was able to just sit down and relax and watch that one from start to finish. I'll throw a thumbs down to the international break. Not really a big fan of that, but there was some good games. Germany against Spain was a really, really good match. Thomas Muller's, I think, one of the most underrated players in the world. He's really, really talented, and he could be a reason why Germany could repeat as World Cup champions. Love some Thomas Muller. I will, what else? Thumbs up to UMBC. Defeating UVA always is a good thing. Defeating them in the way that they did with all the historic backdrop, also really cool. Also, their star player, Jarius Lyles, started his career at VCU, then transferred after he didn't get enough playing time, went to UMBC, and was sort of the hero of their triumph in the first round. It's always nice to see even former Rams doing well in their other collegiate ventures. I'll throw a thumbs down to Arizona because they duped me into thinking that they had enough talent to get to the championship game. They did not have enough talent to beat Buffalo, so that was unfortunate. And I guess ending on a happy note, I will throw a thumbs up to Loyola Chicago. I was very against them early in the tournament because I didn't pick them to win the first game, but then the charm and the whimsy of 98-year-old Sister Jean just won me over, so I'm all in on the Rambler fan train now. Hopefully they can make some noise in the Final Four and the championship game, and hopefully the tournament games will get better because the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 games have been really bad. But on the whole, the tournament's been good. I think that's it for me. So for Justin, for Aaron, for Aviva, Kristen, thank you for watching SportsZone. We won't be here next week. We hope everyone has a happy Easter, but we'll be back in 2 weeks' time, and thank you for watching SportsZone.